everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Dynasty Pylon. I am Mark. I'm here with Brian and Tank, who just made it in time.
Yes.
Literally popped in right as the intro was going.
This is what we do.
Right. And then right on cue, my dog's barking already. How exciting. Swear.
He was excited to see Tank. He was like, what?
Right? So how are we doing today, fellas?
My mind is blown. Like, literally is going.
Oh, I know. There's a lot going on right now.
Every 5 minutes, I'm like, another one. What? What? They're doing what?
Right. It's not been a good start of training camp for receivers. That is for sure.
Gonna keep on losing people. I'm like, another torn ACL.
Tank, we are not hearing you, buddy. There's no.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
better.
we go. Much
Right.
better.
Sorry, head on mute.
I see your like head bobbing. So I'm like, I think he's saying something, but I'm like, I'm not hearing anything. So,
Yeah. Oh man, yeah.
It's real quietly. You hear another receiver either tear the ACL or get arrested. It's just listen.
right. Kyler Murray can't get a receiver to stay like on the team, can he? Getting suspended, arrested for criminal speeding, not just speeding, but criminal speeding.
Yeah, I was gonna. What is that like going so fast? Like
Over
it's above,
35
like-
miles an hour. I think it's over
Yeah.
35.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like over 45 the speed limit.
Dang,
But we're gonna find out he was going 130. Like what?
something crazy.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh Lord. I wonder how long how big do you think he'll get any kind of suspension or just a fine?
And this NFL, who knows?
Right? I mean, it has nothing to do with a woman, so they could go hard.
Exactly. Or they'll come in there, they'll give them 4 games and they'll appeal it and then give them 2 seasons. I don't know. Who knows?
Honestly, I don't see anywhere where it says how fast he was going.
They said we aren't able to clock it.
So he's at 7:05 this morning on the Loop 101.
Was he late for practice? Because that could be
Maybe
7:05.
That would-
sounds like something that's possible.
That would be such a horrible. Like, oh, I'm late to my NFL team practice. So like,
right?
I don't know what y'all talking
oh,
about.
I'm sorry.
Should have
no,
left a little earlier.
No, one time because we had like 5 a.m. practices in college, and once I woke up at like 4:40, and I lived like at least 18 minutes away. And I remember jumping out of the bed and just throwing things on, having shirt halfway on in the car. I ran like at least 6 lights. It's 4:55 in the morning, so you just think he was going. I had to be going 80, and obviously I was on the school campus, so I was criminally going too fast too. I just did it. I parked right outside the stadium and just jumped out of the car, left my keys in the ignition, and everything. They didn't care. I was like,
You just toss your key to somebody. You go park it.
This was his first full day off the pup list too. That could have been why he was in a hurry. He's like, I can't be late on my first day.
Oh man, he gets there and no one else is there. He's like, damn it.
Right?
It's a Sunday.
Oh yeah, that's so funny.
And then
I'm looking at the news.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll say you got Skye Moore with a hip injury.
Yep.
Obviously Tim Patrick with his ACL yesterday.
Yep.
That was nuts. I almost drafted him too.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because I had him on my team last year.
He was gonna be pissed. I mean, he was definitely gonna be a good one and finally get a good quarterback. And
Yeah.
tears his ACL.
Right?
I was like, man, I mean, 2 Broncos tear the ACL yesterday. I was what?
Yeah, because it was
Running back,
also,
De'Aaron
the
Crockett.
running back, right?
Yeah. DeMario Crockett.
Both Vikings 1 and 2 running backs, Dalvin Cook and Madison, left Tuesday's practice with hand and finger injuries. That's not good.
That's because Kirk Cousins was throwing actual like bullets.
Right. And then Michael Carter's been dealing with an ankle injury, apparently.
Man, this just
Yeah. Claypool hurt his shoulder.
Claypool's been out for the shoulder.
Obviously, Kyler Murray testing positive for COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what else I have on here. Derwin James. Oh, that's just contract dispute.
Yeah, we do all those things in Chicago. Every single thing that you're talking about, we do all those.
Oh, dang. Van Jefferson underwent surgery?
Yeah, so he's surgery.
Yeah.
He's out for at least a few weeks. We're talking about maybe October. See Van Jefferson. And I asked yesterday, does that mean OBJ is definitely going to sign with them? But then everyone pointed out
how's
OBJ
his
probably
injury
won't be ready.
progressing though? How's his?
He's probably not going to be ready to October
Yeah,
either.
I was gonna
so
say.
Yeah. Because he had his was a full ACL tear, right?
Yep, they gave 8 months.
Yeah.
They said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So 8 months from February. That tells October.
Then obviously Ryan Jensen being the huge injury. They haven't listed anything. It just says still being evaluated.
No, Ryan
Status,
Jensen is out.
Is
He
he?
said he's out until the earliest is late December.
Oh, maybe it's okay. So it says his injured knee is still being evaluated, and his status for the season remains in question.
So, like at first, all the reports came out that he's out for the season, and they're saying no, he could be there for the end of the season and playoff push. So, yeah, Jensen is gone for the foreseeable future, at least 4 months.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I figured it was gonna be a long time, but I thought it was gonna be the whole season. I didn't know they even had a prognosis of him possibly coming back. So that's at least somewhat good news, I guess.
Because at first, everyone in Tampa Bay was saying this is a season-ending injury, and now they've changed it and said, "Yeah, no, we got some things. We got old people are always here,
right?
You know how to handle geriatrics.
We know how to handle this. We'll put them on TV 12, and we got this, guys."
Right.
It was like the knee and hip replacement capital of the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where most people go.
Yeah.
At any sport when they hurt their knees or anything. Oh, we'll go to Florida. So
That's the best orthos are in Florida because of that.
right. Oh, I'm sure because not only do they have the sports people, we have all old people down there too. They're like
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
It's a supply and demand, guys. Supply and demand.
Right.
mm-hmm.
So
I mean, you could throw Tevin Jenkins in there too, because 6 days he hasn't been in Bears practice, and some undisclosed injury.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's called sucking.
Hey, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Tevin Jenkins is probably good, just not exactly what they want.
Happy Goat Day.
Tom Brady's 45th birthday's today.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
45.
Yep.
Hey, still
And
going.
the only reason it's not on every Sports Center thing is because of Stephen Ross.
Yeah.
Stephen Ross and Sean Payton. Everyone will be sitting and celebrating Tom Brady's day, but Stephen Ross is throwing a little monkey wrench in that. Does anyone else find it really interesting that they gave Stephen Ross basically a 6-week suspension, so he can't go back to October 17th, and gave him a little fine just so you can say they're fining and suspending the owners, and then they go ahead and say that they're going to do this thing to Deshaun Watson. They're going to appeal his thing. First they had to do it to Stephen Ross, and then they did an appeal.
Yeah.
Well, did you see what Brian Flores said about it?
Yeah.
Oh no. What do you say?
Oh, he's disappointed. He said, "What? Oh, fine a billionaire and suspend him until October. Like that's basically nothing."
Like, what does he do?
He was mostly disappointed though because he had all this evidence of them tanking basically, and none of them. They said that was the one thing they took least serious was the whole tanking stuff. And he said he feels like that is the most important thing when it comes to integrity of the game, is like putting forth your best effort every week. And they're like, apparently the NFL doesn't care.
Exactly.
They just cared about the tampering. That's all.
They had to do something before, because we had the investigation going on. They had to do something if they're going to appeal the Deshaun Watson thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what it was. They had to do something right now because they knew they had this information out there. So if they started to appeal Deshaun Watson without giving the owners anything, the NFLPA probably will win their countersuit because they sued the NFL.
Yeah, but with the owner, the only thing that you can do is fine him an obscene amount of money because taking away draft picks. Well, I mean, who gives a shit? Like he's gonna watch the game at home, like it doesn't matter.
Really punishment. Like, oh, you can't be in the building when we play. All right.
Well,
does he not get any of the profit of those 6 weeks? Like, no, he's still gonna get paid.
Right?
You know,
ask, Mark. You know, ask Dan Snyder. Does he want to go into the stadium and pretend like he's the boss?
Oh, he's hiding on his yacht right now.
Yeah.
My point is like they want to. It's like take away their favorite toy. It's the only thing you can do. Take away their favorite toy. Being to go in and be the boss and be like, yeah, I'm the boss.
Oh, his wife is running things right now, I think.
Yep, she is.
You're taking away their favorite toy while they still live in a mansion. I mean, literally, like, oh, you can't play with that, but you know they can go and like, well, I'm gonna jump in my pool.
Well, I mean, that's the same thing happened to Deshaun Watson. I mean, still,
right?
I mean, all these guys are rich.
Yeah, but even if you take away draft picks, that's not really your problem because you're paying somebody to handle that problem. You know, so it's like none of it directly, none of it affects him on a personal level because he's like, oh, you're taking away draft picks. All right, cool. I pay somebody to handle this situation about draft picks. It's the only thing that is money.
If you know Stephen Ross, you know he wants to win and he wants to do it his way. So taking that first round pick to 2023 eliminates them moving up and getting a franchise quarterback next year because they would have had two first round picks. So taking that one for next year eliminates them from going up and getting one of those great quarterbacks. So it does hurt him in a way. I mean, he's a football owner, so what you have to do is you have to take away things away.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
I mean, in the long scheme, it's like you're taking away a couple $1 million from a billionaire, like multi. You know, so it's like yeah, cool. Like he's gonna survive it, you know. And he's like, all right, you took away my first round pick. You know, like if you have a shitty GM, he does that for you anyway. You know what I mean? So it's like,
so what can you do exactly? What type of fine?
Money, a shit ton of money, Like you're basically paying enough to build a stadium, like like 200,000.
What kind of fine would be though? Would you be like, oh, you lose revenue from like half your games for a year? Like that would hurt them.
Yeah, but no one will ever sign off on that because you gotta remember the NFL is being controlled by the owners. So no other owner is gonna want to go through that. So in no way will that ever happen. The only thing you can do is the competitive balance because what you're fighting for is basically integrity of the game. So you have to hurt their chances of winning later for the integrity of the game.
Then maybe they should have lost more draft picks then.
What they should have done is said it's impossible. Sean Payton cannot be your coach because he's been found in this. Sean Payton cannot be your coach, and Tom Brady cannot play for you ever.
Like ever, like we won't ever allow it. See, that, at least that makes a little bit more sense. Yeah,
that's if you do that, then that makes cool. Like I mean, that hurts them.
The thing that that makes a little bit more sense, and it affects them. I don't know. It's very different. You know, like if his players don't play, they don't get paid. If owners don't show up to the stadium, they're still going to get their millions of dollars.
Well, that's why I said maybe while he's suspended, he shouldn't be able to get that money.
Yeah, but no one's going to take away that money because no one he's still an owner, so he still owns it.
I know.
But trust me, if I own something and I was unable to go visit that place to see how it's being ran and have any say in how the day-to-day goes, that is affecting me.
Yeah,
it is affecting me. So I mean, I just think it should have been more. It should have been a full season. You're not allowed in the building for a full NFL season. That's what the answer should have been.
Ooh,
I mean, if you're gonna do
that, would have been interesting.
If you're gonna do what you did to Calvin Ridley for the bets, he to give him a full year suspension. This literally affects games. Calvin Ridley was just the idea of him betting on football, not in his football, not in his games. But this is the idea of him betting, and you will give him a full year. This really affected yourself. That's like Calvin Ridley betting on himself.
Yeah,
you know that should be a full year.
I agree. And then Jimmy says, at the end of the day, multi-billionaires and billionaires don't really care about consequences because they run this country. I mean, it's kind of hard to argue with that. No kidding.
Checkmate.
Right? Right. So we were talking, we kind of brought it up a little bit, but the NFL did announce that they plan on appealing. They're still looking, from what I heard, a year
indefinite suspension. Indefinite suspension.
And they stepped it up too, and they added $8 million? They want to do $8 million fine?
They want to be between $8 to $10 million fine.
Yep.
Between $8 and $10 million fine. So they're going to fine Deshaun Watson more than they're going to fine.
Then he's getting paid this year because he's only getting paid $1 million.
But Stephen Ross, who is a billionaire,
right?
$1.5 million, and they're going to find Deshaun Watson more money than he gets paid this year.
Right? He's only.
Roger Goodell. I wonder who signs his checks? Oh, it's the NFL owners. I wonder why these things are happening.
But integrity, we're talking about integrity.
But I read
don't get me wrong though.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson, I believe he probably should have got more than 6 games. I mean, 6 just kind of seemed like what? Oh, 8 to 10 games probably going to get 8 to 10 games. But
that's why I don't understand exactly what. Like, I mean, I get it; they're there to protect their players, but I'm like, is it really a good look for the NFL Players Association to be like trying to like get almost next to nothing for Deshaun Watson here? Like, I feel like the loophole that they're going at is like so petty. Like, oh, because you didn't get advance notice of them changing their way they want to go about suspending players because of the way the CPA is.
They collectively bargained that they're going to do this, right? Mm-hmm. And then the point was that they didn't want Roger Goodell to have the final say in everything. So the NFL brought in a private arbitrator, someone not part of anyone else. They looked at the rules and said, well, a fair thing is 6 weeks. Now, he's not coming in and saying, well, we're going to double that. He's coming in and saying, we're going to take the whole season and do exactly what we're going to do anyway. So what was the point of us wasting all this time with the arbitrator?
Well, did you hear what the arbitrator said, though?
Yeah, I read all 16 pages, actually.
She actually said that, what my dad was telling me, that she thinks she is guilty of sexual assault. He deserves a year.
No. What she said was that he has a problem. And he never forced anyone to do anything. He exposed himself to multiple women, and that things happened, and he should be held responsible. But there's nothing criminal and there's nothing violent in any of these things. And judging from what the NFL has fined and suspended players in the past, she says it falls perfectly into the conduct policy, and that 6 weeks is what it should be. And she cited Ben Roethlisberger. She cited Ben Roethlisberger.
That guy who's speaking up too. I'm like, bro, you need to. I'm
like, dude, you got accused of rape twice and got 4 games. What?
Over here saying Deshaun Watson should be banned. I was like, bro, come on.
Yeah. But she cited that, and I'm just saying that it's when you read it, she says in her federal court, this is kind of how things will go, because she's tried hundreds of cases. You know, and it's basically indecent exposure more than anything, because at no point in time are you not allowed to freely walk out. And that's kind of what it came down to. And the reason Deshaun settled with all these things is because he had wanted just to go, eventually get to go away. Because what we're talking about now is that he settled 23 or 24, not talking about each individual case.
Well, that's what I think. But that's the thing that I don't understand is, like, if he did it to one woman and he got 6 games, I'd be like, that's acceptable. But you should do 6 games for each person who's accusing him of doing it.
That's the case.
But she also put in there that she also realizes that people were what they said, the lawyer was calling everybody out. So even if you can't prove any of this was criminal in any way, this is all he said, she said. She said it's what it is. Like, so I can't tell you what happened exactly, but I tell you that he has a problem. He needs to stay away from any masseuses. What he did is not right.
That wasn't my dog.
Yeah, it's mine now. I don't
Yeah,
know what my dad is up there doing something.
oh,
I was like,
Lord.
what is he doing?
I was like, whoa, that's a different dog.
All worked up.
My dad's up there just making them mad for no reason.
Working them up.
That's funny. I don't know. It's just a crazy situation in general. I mean, I'm pretty sure when they were doing the CBA and they're like trying to dish out like how we're gonna do punishments, I don't think anyone was considering like, oh, what happened if like 30 women decide to accuse a player of something? Like, I think that was like that's why like when I heard one of the reasons why she said 6 games was because I guess there was a thing in the CBA about like, this is how we're doing things. If you want to change it, you have to give the players notice.
Yep.
And so Goodell wanted to change it because of this thing, but they're like, you didn't give the player notice. And I'm like, yeah, but at the same time, it's like, you can't be like, I mean, I get it. Maybe if they just gave him the players notice, they could have gotten away with bitter suspension, but so that kind of falls on Goodell and them. But I'm just like, but at the same time, like, no one's ready to like accept a case about like 30 women accusing a team and a player of like what they were being accused of, you know? Oh, yeah. He's gone. He's investigating.
Yeah, I think he's got to go handle it.
So I don't know. It's just a crazy situation to me.
Yeah.
But the whole Ben Roethlisberger thing, I was like, you can have that opinion, but you got to keep that to yourself, dude.
So is that fake? I think that's fake.
You think is it fake? It could be fake. But I saw it on multiple places, so that thing got around fast. Yeah, there's no way Ben Roethlisberger's out there saying those things.
If he said that, then he is insane. He is insane because like with something like that, like I would like change the topic every time somebody like is talking about it around me. Like, yeah, I was just like, no. It was funny.
Yeah, because you sent it, and then after that, I saw it like in 5 different.
I said, I'm curious. What do y'all think the reaction would be Watson once he steps back onto the field?
Oh, that's actually a really good question. I think it'll be very mixed.
Yeah.
If he starts winning football games, though, I think the Browns fans will probably turn to his side pretty quick, unfortunately. Winning kind of has a tendency to help these things move along quicker.
Yeah, Kobe gave people the answer. You know, he told Tiger Woods the same thing. He goes, you start winning, people stop caring.
Right. You know? That's what I'm saying. Like, look at what happened with Tiger. Look at what happened with Kobe. Even MJ at one point when he had something going on, like the reason he retired or something. I don't remember the total details about it, but there's something like gambling or something, I think.
Yeah. I mean, talking about problems.
Yeah.
MJ had problems.
Yeah.
I mean, not with that, but gambling, man.
Crazy stories about that guy, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's things that we can talk off the air because I don't want to get sued.
Right.
But yeah, we heard about Michael has a lot of things. But I said with Ben Roethlisberger, you have their boos, right? Mm-hmm. And then they won. Mm-hmm. And then there were a few boos, and then they were not.
Again. Yeah, they won again. And they were like, hey, we love you again. Yeah, keep winning those Super Bowls.
And what's going to, I think it's going to be one of those things. He gets married or whatever, it's going to almost be swept under the rug. But do you think it's wrong for them to give him four games and then to get Deshaun 6?
No, I think so
he was criminally accused. So the grand jury said there was enough information there to actually take him to trial. From Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh, yeah.
They actually said there was enough information there to take him to trial and gave him 4 games.
Yeah. It never went to trial, right? It just got like handled out of court. Yeah,
they settled.
That's where it falls into the whole thing with Deshaun Watson, though. It's like obviously it wasn't like a full-on rape and all that. I get that. Like basically it came down to indecent exposure, but it's like and again, you can't prove who's in there to try to get money. Who did he actually do it to? But to put yourself in that position, it's like, dude, like you're a primetime NFL quarterback. What are you doing? And that's why I think he
I'll
needs to
put
be
it like
held
this.
accountable.
I'll put it like this. I'm telling you, I've been in with some college guys, and I'm telling you, these things are not. It's not as it's pretty. It's a lot more frequent than you would think it would be.
Oh, I'm
Things
sure
like this
for-
happens a lot more than what you would think. Yeah, this is not something
sure.
I think he figured this out in Texas.
Yeah.
You know, and
I was gonna say, I mean, you saw Blue Mountain State, all right? I'm sure both of you guys saw it.
Yep.
So it's like, it's not as crazy as that, but it's an exaggeration for a reason because,
right.
you know, you need to have that baseline to figure out where the exaggeration is. So if Blue Mountain State is the exaggeration, then there's probably a decent amount of truth in it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I saw. I see Brian shaking his head. He's like,
I wish I could say more than what I could say, but I can't say nothing else. I'm just telling you that this is not Deshaun Watson is not the only one. These things happen.
I'm sure
And
for every
as far as
time you hear
masseuses
something,
go,
there's probably like 15 others that you don't hear about. So
150 others.
oh, okay. All right.
This is not Deshaun did not create this thing.
Oh, and I'm not saying he did, but I feel like that stuff happens. But the more and more big you get, and like the high,
You should
like,
know better.
I feel like you're kept to higher
Someone
standards.
should
You
know
know what I
better.
mean? You should
Especially
know better.
when-
Someone around you should keep you on the straight and narrow. Like, hey, maybe this isn't the greatest idea anymore. Like, yeah, you used to get away with it in college and that, but now, you know, people know who you are now. Like,
No, but do you guys remember what Deshaun Watson's what his character was when before all this came out? You remember what they said about his character? Above reproach. Above reproach.
Like super
He was
clean.
the most amazing man. He was, you know, his mother got a house from work done. He's been doing all these other things. And I feel like it shows more than anything that there's two sides to everybody. You know, and I don't know exactly what happened in those rooms. I don't know exactly what happened with the masseuse. I don't know. This could be something that came up that's generated by the lawyers or anything like that. It could be. It doesn't look good enough for me. I wouldn't put myself in that situation if I was an NFL quarterback. I know I wouldn't put myself in that situation. You know, but I think when you start something small and it starts to build and build and build, and then you think you become untouchable. And I think that's kind of where we came from.
You become comfortable, I think, in it, you know, and then the more comfortable you get in it, the more careless you become with it, and then it just kind of like, and then eventually catches up with you. You know what I mean?
Starts off with, you know, you're in an apartment full of football players. They bring a whole party of girls over, and you walk out naked. It's just like, and it could just, you know, snowball from there. And I don't know. He needs help. I mean, honestly, for you, the thing that got me was that she said he has Facebook profiles over 60 women that he tried to contact over Facebook. There were masseuses. I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
You don't have to pull that comment up. Yeah.
I don't know, but I guess like,
I mean,
as hard as they came down on the Dolphins like they did for that stuff. Do you see the Texans getting in any trouble? Because it's hard. The harder we are on Deshaun Watson, now you find out that the freaking Texans are, you know,
30 women.
We're like setting this stuff up. Yeah, they settled with 30 women.
They settled with 30 women.
But they were the ones booking the hotels, sending the masseuses into the room. This is all done by the Texans.
Yep.
So I feel like they should have like a huge, you know, fault.
I think this is all the stuff that we're talking about right now is what's going to be argued.
Man.
And this is so far from being over. And I don't know what's going to happen with the season. Really, as close as it is, I don't know if they're going to fix it. And they in the bylaws it says it has to be done quickly.
So, but if it's not, so say if each side keeps appealing, can he play?
I was actually going to be a question I brought up too.
Goodell has the final say. So whatever Goodell says, is going to have to go for the NFL, and then he could sue the NFL back for the stuff that they asked for.
Mm-hmm.
I think if he was smart, he wouldn't play. And then if even by like week 8 or 9, they do come to an agreement, he'll be like, time served.
Yes, it will be time served.
I already missed these 9 games. I'm going to just start playing now.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think it'll get that far. I think Goodell probably appeals. And then if he appeals, it goes to like Supreme Court.
No. So he could choose the arbitrator, or he could just choose to be himself, appeal to himself. What was the PA doing? Like, why would they agree to appeal to himself? God, this is stupid.
Shit! We got a guy in here.
Who is that?
Who is
I don't
this?
believe it.
He's making a surprise appearance. My guy. What is?
Hey, what's up?
There he is.
What's up, guys?
Serving his country and doing the Dynasty Pylon.
Hey, I had some time. I'm like, you know what? I might be able to sneak in towards the back end of this episode. But what's up, guys?
What's up, man? How you been?
It's hot. It's hot, and I hate this state so much.
It's a great time to move a base.
I'm going to cut out every single time. So I'm going to see how well my connection actually lasts out here because I'm in the desert. But
so you just got in time. We're going to talk about Jimmy G right now. Your favorite guy.
Yep. There it is. Can you even hear me? Did I see anything I said?
Yes. I heard everything you said. Everything you said.
Okay.
You said you hate the state.
Because it's.
You're not frozen.
Yeah, no, it freezes on me, so I don't know if I'm gonna get anything through. So I'm here. I'll give me my quick analysis on anything that I've. Okay,
you're clear.
Well, I don't know. See, mine's side. You're frozen. Mark's frozen. Brian's frozen. Tank just looked up. Now he's frozen. Now Mark's laughing. It's just freezing. The connection out here sucks. So go ahead. Continue what you guys are saying.
You're coming through clear though, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, you look really good here.
All right, that's good.
Yeah.
No, we were just talking about Deshaun Watson. Do you have any thoughts?
So I don't like talking about Deshaun Watson, to be honest. It's so difficult because of the situation that he's whole year suspension, 6 games. Honestly, I think if the half the season would be okay, but then they're arguing back and forth. Like give them half the season, the back end of the half maybe, but 6 games. I understand that some of it is unruling for certain situations due to the past of what happened to previous players. So I feel like half the season is okay because we already lost him for what last season, right? So it's like already kind of like I don't know. It's a weird situation. I don't like jumping into it, to be honest.
But you're probably right. That's what it should be. So, all right, let's talk about something else because it's so hard to talk about this because you don't feel like you want to be on anyone's side because they're both wrong. They're both stupid.
Yeah. I mean, at the end, it's going to affect fantasy players. You know what I mean? Like, what do you do? You know,
Dynasty
like
for sure.
Up any,
exactly.
Definitely.
It has
Dynasty.
ripple effects.
You know. So I mean, the division, the team, how are other teams are going to affect, and the Bengals. I mean, one person is affecting so much of the league, and as fantasy players, a lot. So, it's kind of one of those things that sucks, but it is what it is.
One thing I will mention though, like so you know me, I'll watch your shows on times 2 to catch up, right? The very beginning, you guys mentioned about Marquise Brown. Is it me that all new incoming Cardinals love this state? Look, this state is on a grid, and our highways are long, and quite. They got some.
I didn't even bring that up. You're right.
Simmons did it last season.
Yep.
Simmons did it last season.
Other people have done it before too.
Yeah, and look, it's a racing's paradise here. Trust me, I know. I've been on these highways all freaking week. It's a racer's paradise. You just floor it. When we get in car accidents, we don't just get in, car accident. We get in car accidents, like no doubt. Like
do it the
someone
right way.
will go in the hospital.
Yeah. It's like NASCAR kind of like cars flipping.
It's bad. Like someone's getting a new car after that, like for sure. Every time.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Dude,
missed
that's
this
super interesting. I didn't even think about that, but that's very true.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yeah, if there's a straightaway with no cars, flat surface, and you got like a freaking Ferrari or a Corvette or something like that, yeah, you're gonna floor it. Yeah,
easy.
it's interesting.
What if the Browns do win the Super Bowl?
I think it would be next year before it'd be this year, but it could be, I guess, if they are able to win bid. I'm not very high on Jacoby Brissett.
They have the pieces.
Wow.
They have the pieces. I just think that the receiver core needs to be a little bit stronger in their element than they are right now. Amari, I get it. He's really good. But right now, Amari is like, is he going to survive the entire season? And that's the issue. You know, then you have, you know, other receivers. Bell is probably going to be their best asset if he stays healthy. Because I don't know.
Yeah, he's still on the pup
go
list
in
right
and
now. So
yeah, I wouldn't doubt it though. I think Bell's going to be fine.
I'm just saying I'm not very high on Jacoby Brissett if it is 6 to 8 weeks, depending on whatever his suspension is.
Jacoby,
if he can win 3 or 4 games, I mean that's asking for a lot. But if he can win half of the games that he starts in, and then Watson comes in the rest of the season, I mean that's a good position, I think.
But I think it'll. That's why I say next year though, because I think even when Watson comes in, dude hasn't played in. It'll be like a year and a half by then. You don't think he's gonna be? You don't think he's gonna be a little bit rusty?
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a little bit rusty, but it'll be like getting on a bike. I mean, this guy's been playing since he was a kid. This specific sport, so a year or two off might actually do him very well. Now, if it was 2-3 straight seasons, then I'd be worried, like Michael Thomas. But right now, I feel like as a QB, him the way he was playing, I think a year off of his body getting brutally damaged would be just fine.
Oh dang!
Power outage.
Yeah,
Damn.
his power went out. Yeah, I was gonna say he just like disappeared. He's like,
I'm over here worried about my internet outage.
Yeah,
right.
I'm on my hotspot on my phone, man.
That's crazy.
that's funny. It was like, all right. I know you guys are gonna laugh, but it was pretty hot in Chicago. I think it was like 96, and it felt like 105.
That feels
You know, with
fantastic.
the heat index.
Right.
I
know.
For you guys, you're like, oh,
That's a spring day right there, bro. 96. That's Easter hunting stuff.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, for us, it sucks. It sucks.
You guys are like Olaf in freaking Frozen. Like you guys are dreaming of the summer, and then you go to a fucking summer like environment, and you guys just melt.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Turn super red
If
super quick.
Once it gets over 75, I'm sweating nonstop. Like that's it. Like you can't stop it. Like it's just not.
That's crazy. Because here in my household, we will put the air conditioning at 75.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My mom,
Yeah,
we
I
keep
mean,
it
that
at
makes
79 here.
79. Jesus.
That's
Yeah.
too hot.
Mine's always at 69. Always. If it's 72, then it starts getting too hot for me. So, but for you guys, it makes a big difference.
But go ahead. I didn't mean to like interrupt whatever topic you guys were jumping into. I don't know where
Oh, you're good. Well, I think the only last thing I had on the thing to talk about was the training camp standouts of the first week. There's actually a bear on the list too.
Oh, really?
Receiver name is Velus Jones Jr.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Velus Jones Jr.
Yeah, apparently he's been really good.
Man.
And then George Pickens with his crazy didn't quit on the play catch. Apparently he's turning lots of heads in Pittsburgh. Cole Turner has actually really shown up for Washington. Apparently he might be tight end number 1. So I was excited about that.
Oh, We were talking about yesterday because we were going over some stuff as well on Penny and Grizzly. And I think we were talking about like Carson Wentz, like he can't There was some issue. I know Brian, if he was here, you would know, but it was like he can't. He's not connecting with anybody. Or I think that's what it was, or something like that. So,
well, I'm not heard kind of the opposite, but
yeah.
Well, I heard Terry was.
I heard a big bang and Tank get scared. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I
saw. Like
he jumped.
I have to double check. I'm make sure like there's no.
That was like a Brian moment right there when he got scared of his stuff.
Yeah.
I saw some plays of Carson Wentz, and one of the good things from what I was hearing is that he's actually getting the ball out within 2 seconds, which is something he was not doing in Indy and his latter parts of Philly. So
yeah, I think he couldn't. Yeah, the ghost sits over at my house now.
But he did throw like 3 picks in practice the other day. But
yeah, I mean he's not connecting to McLaurin. I think that's what it was.
Well, McLaurin and him just started, so he's definitely connecting with Jahan Dotson, though. That's for damn sure. Every highlight I get from their offense is freaking Jahan Dotson catching a long ball from Wentz.
Yep.
Like, Jesus. But I mean, McLaurin just got there like a week ago, so I mean, it's gonna take some time. It'll happen.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like
3 interceptions on 4 throws.
Yeah.
Hey, rather in training camp during preseason than in an actual game that matters. So get it out now.
I know. Well, Drake London looking pretty good. Did you see that one catch he did?
Oh, I did.
Like he kind of juked
I did see that one. I saw that one. Yeah,
that was nice.
We'll see how that translates because I know right now.
Yeah.
That's within themselves. So I don't trust that defense. So I need to see them go against a real defense and see how that will actually be a fourth because they have Pitts and him. The one rookie I'm actually been excited about was Treylon Burks. I knew this was going to happen. Everyone's going to fade him because of the whole asthma thing and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I wouldn't worry about that. I would still be fine and still draft him. And sure enough, right now he's been doing pretty good as of now. So yeah, I'm excited for that.
I mean, I understand the hesitancy about him, but at the same time, like, I'm assuming that, I mean, maybe it was newly diagnosed, but he probably was dealing with it his whole career, and it got him this far. So clearly, I don't think it was going to affect him too much.
They would have said something. Oh yeah, he just developed freaking asthma last week. No,
right?
No, it's not probably
exactly.
Yeah. He's had it since he was a kid, so he knows how to handle it. It's stuff like that where I'm like, I think they make a bigger deal. Like even like some of these players have like diabetes. I'm like, it's not as bad as it maybe it once was like 40 years ago. It's like
those are the players you want. The diabetic players because they work extra hard and maintain them shape.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if they don't, hey, they're screwed. Their body can legitly shut down. So those are kind of the players like I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, well, like in Chicago, Jay Cutler is diabetic. So, there's a few times the camera will cut over and you'll see him like checking his sugar or, and shit like that. And, and then like a quarter later, he's, doing a shot. So, but stuff like that, I just feel like it's not that asthma isn't as bad as it once was, especially if you're an athlete at this level, you know how to handle it. You know how it, when things are coming. So I don't know. But like Martin said, people look at them, they're like, oh, I'm staying away from that, especially like on a fantasy side. Like he's not gonna have an asthma attack as he's running a 40. You know what I mean? It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I was surprised because and recently our rookie draft, the one we did with Mark, he faded all the way to me at spot 6.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, all right, well, I'll take a stab in the dark for him. No, I still believed in the guy, but they were fading him. And I'm like, okay, well, shit. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
All right.
Do we got fan on? It sounds like it
Yeah,
was-
I'm about to smash my fan into pieces. It's annoying me. It's my fan.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you just recently bought a ferret or something.
No, but it's funny. My dad walked around my room the other day, and he's like, "Do you have birds in your room?" And I'm like, "No." It's like it's just my fan, but it's so hot without some air blowing on me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys showed that one or not.
I had it up. We just hadn't talked about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You gotta get one of
Fair.
these, man.
Yeah, right.
It's the best
Right here.
desktop fan I've ever had. It's so quiet and it gives off so much air.
But apparently, McLaurin was pissed. Wentz missed them wide open in the end zone, but they were working through it. You say things like that, and it's like it's hard for me to imagine like McLaurin being pissed. Like I've never seen that guy angry in my life, and he's played with some pretty trash quarterbacks.
Yeah. That could be some of the journalists exaggerating. I
I'm
think.
sure. I'm sure he wasn't happy he was missed wide open, but again, like I said, they literally like Jahan's been working with Wentz since rookie minicamp after the draft. You know what I mean? Like McLaurin's been holding out, rightfully so, to get his money. He just showed up. Like it's gonna take some time. Like these things don't just happen overnight, you know?
They got to build that chemistry and stuff. Yeah,
Exactly. So I don't know. I'm not gonna be too worried about it until like it seeps over into the regular season, and all of a sudden they're arguing. And the cameras pick it up on the sideline.
Well, I mean, if history repeats itself,
Jonathan
Wentz is
Allen and Payne.
a bad locker room guy, apparently. So what they were saying. So
the only people who have said that though have been like journalists, like former players talk about how much they love, like former Colts players had nothing but great things to say about Wentz.
that's true. I don't know, but this is just for what they've been saying. I don't know how true that is, but
and there's only been one documented instance where, like, I guess after he got hurt and they made it to the Super Bowl and won, some comments of Wentz did come out about how he actually was not happy about that.
right.
How he was actually angry that Nick Foles brought him to the Super Bowl and they won it. Which you're not going to tell me a normal person wouldn't feel. I mean, granted, most people wouldn't say it in a public forum, but like, I mean, on the outside, you're going to be like, yeah, we won. But, you know, on the inside, there's probably going to be a little, you know, sadness and like being upset because you're like, that should have been me. Like, it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, shouldn't be going on public forums and saying things like that, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, these
But I
guys
don't
get
know.
criticized for literally everything they say
I
or
know.
what happens in their lives
Right.
or what happens in their social media, that the whole beat writers and everything just take it to the next level. Like if some guy clears out his social media pictures
Right.
of his team.
that happened like 15 times this past offseason. Oh, they won out.
Yeah.
They don't want to
They
be
can't take a dump without someone being right next to
Right.
them. And that's the problem with these guys. You know, they're human too. And that's a lot of these guys, they don't view that as them. Like, you know, we have lives outside of what viewers see. You know, a lot of our viewers probably don't know that, you know, I'm in the service or probably, and then they see me here like, holy crap. But then like, I haven't been here in like 2-3 weeks, it seems like. And that's just things
feels
like that. Like
forever.
it does. It really does. I don't even know if I'm going to be here next week either, but I actually had some
Alright.
time and I was like, all right, well, sweet. But
Yeah.
it's these guys, you know, whenever it does publicly become announced, it's because their their agent said something. And that's the only time I'll actually take it serious. If it's other through beat writers, sometimes I kind of like, okay, is it real or is it like trade rumors? I need to hear it from their actual agent. Signings, I need to hear it from their actual agent if the source is real from it. Like things like that. But once it comes rumors like this whole Jimmy G thing, I'm not gonna believe into it until it actually becomes true.
Right.
And there's teams out there
Thanks,
looking for him. But, you know, I don't know if it's the Giants, which I'm hoping the Giants, but if it's not the Giants, then that's okay too.
I don't want it to be the Giants.
It'd be kind of cool though. It'd be
I
kind
don't
of
have to
cool.
worry
it's
about
gonna
the
be the
Giants.
Giants.
Right now, I feel like I don't have to worry about them. Jimmy G
Come on,
goes
man.
there, I feel like I'm gonna have to worry.
Let
I already
Kadarius
gotta
Toney
worry
be
about
a
the Eagles
receiver.
and the Cowboys. Let me at least have 2 easy
Give-
wins, okay?
Give Kadarius Toney a real QB. All right.
Yeah.
I don't look
It-
the guy outside of football probably is a child, maybe. I don't know. I don't know the guy, but when he's on the field, damn, he's electrifying good. Like he breaks ankles for reals. Like
Mhm.
if you can get him with a good QB, that'd be crazy. And there's some spark going out of the camp too at New York of him. So I'm excited for that.
I want to see that. I think that would instantly change that team and that whole division. You know, would definitely be interesting. With Jimmy G just going there? Yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be interesting. Would they?
I don't think they'll win it.
Running it?
Maybe. I don't know. It'll be close. They could get second for sure. That's 100%.
Maybe. I mean, if they get Jimmy now, like early on in training camp, then they have a better chance. If they get him like right when week 1 is about to start, or like something like that, maybe that might suck. But I feel like that's what's gonna happen. Like he's not gonna get traded, and he's gonna get released. Like when he has to be released before week 1, right? Or else they have to pay him or something like that.
I'm so out of the loop right now. I don't know.
I think I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is.
I think it's a date like in the preseason sometime.
Yeah. So they're gonna wait until the end and then cut him, because then he's less of a threat wherever he goes, because he's just not gonna have enough time, So I think that's what's gonna happen, but I don't know. We'll see. But I would love to see him 1-year contract, New York. That'd be
I
interesting.
hope he gets cut and he ends up in Seattle. I don't want to deal with Jimmy.
Hold on. Or tomorrow, freaking I don't know, one of the defensive linemen of Washington accidentally breaks Carson Wentz's ankles, and then Jimmy G goes there. How would you feel about that?
If Aaron Donald can't break Wentz's ankles, I don't think anybody on our team can.
Well, I'm just saying what did you nickname him? Two ankles, two sprains. Yeah.
Two sprains.
So if 2 sprains goes reimmersed again, and Jimmy Joe goes to Washington, would you be okay with that?
I was okay with Jimmy G going before we got wins, so yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Okay. Yeah. Just saying, but there's a possibility. But I don't know. I'm liking this New York talk. I am, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I still think they roll with Jones again. They have to. I think they will.
Yeah.
One more.
Yeah, unless it's Jimmy G, it's going to be Jones.
It's going to be Jones.
Obviously,
I don't think they actually shoot forth Jimmy.
That's
G
actually an interesting thing you bring up, Mark. Do you think Jimmy's better off just sort of sitting back and like, you know what, I'm going to wait for one of these big time quarterbacks to maybe get hurt, and then I'll swoop in and then come in. I think that would actually do is.
I think that would be the best.
I think it'd be the best move
option
for him
because
he could take a team. Are you gonna talk or?
Well, I don't know. Like you asked me, and I was talking, and then you.
No, I didn't ask anything. I said, Martin, you were on. I think you're on to something, and then I was trying to talk. You could go ahead.
Go ahead. No, finish what you're saying.
I was just saying, I do agree. It could be the best thing for him, especially trying to get a big contract next year. If like Russell or Brady or Wentz or one of these big quarterbacks, Rodgers goes down, he signs on with them because he's just sitting there, and then he takes that team to the Super Bowl and wins it. He get a nice big payday next year.
Assuming that they were on a winning record, yes.
Yes, well, that's what I'm saying.
I would like that, and it would be so interesting to see someone like that just kind of like slip right in. Right. I would not expect them to win the first week, and if they do, it's going to be by luck. But I would not see him actually doing Jimmy G things.
Right.
By after the third week, he's there.
But
like if you really want to talk about Jimmy G things, he's one of the most luckiest quarterbacks in the world.
Oh, he is.
Oh, yeah. Without doubt. See, but if he does that, if he decides to wait and then week 3, 4, whatever, he goes in and replaces that's a pretty big pay cut because I don't think that would be right.
I don't think he
I don't
cares.
see them paying.
I don't think he cares.
You know, because he
Well,
knows
if he
the
gets-
next season.
If he
It's
gets
Trey's
cut, if he gets cut, he still gets. I mean, he might not get all of what he's getting paid, but he's still going to get money from the 49ers. And then, yeah, it'll be a bit of a pay cut, but I feel like it'll make up for it for next year if he does. I mean, it's a gamble. I'm not saying it's not a gamble, but I don't know. You go to the Giants and maybe flutter at like 500. Like, what is that going to translate to next year for him? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
An open job somewhere. I know Tank and Brian, they want to see him in Tampa Bay after Brady leaves.
Oh, I think he could still go, and I think that could be a very possible destination for him. But I'm just saying, I just feel
I'd
like
say if Baker sucks and Carolina the way they rotate QBs, he might end up there too.
He could end up there too. Yeah, that's true.
If Jameis gets hurt again, he might end up there too. There's so many teams out there that need a QB. That's a possibility next year. The Lions next year, like that would be actually kind of cool. But
we were talking about that. We said that if Jimmy G goes to the Lions this year, that's scary. You know, I mean, they're not winning the Super Bowl or anything, but they're gonna show off like they're good.
They'll make playoffs. Because
Maybe.
Mark said that they'll win 10 games, and if you give them Jimmy G, they're in the playoffs. Because Mark said so.
Here, put your money on it. There you
Yes. I really hope that Mark's 10 to 11 games prediction is going to be a very good.
That would be, that would be insane.
That would be awesome. Oh, doesn't
That
the
would
new
be-
episode of Hard Knocks come out next week too? I think it's the 9th.
That's it.
I think so.
The new season or the
New season with the Lions.
Yeah.
A new
I
season
thought you
with
said
the
new
Lions.
episode. I was like, wait, there's already an episode.
No, well, sorry, my bad.
No, you're
Episode
good.
Lions.
You just confused me for like a half a second. I was like, wait.
Jared Goff's Hard Knocks should be out
it's
next
got to
week.
come out soon. Yeah.
I was trying to look it up, but my mouse
No,
died.
I'm almost 100% sure. I'll give you 99, but I'm pretty sure it's the 9th. Jared Goff Hard Knocks. Look it up. Google. It should be there. But I don't know. There's a lot of things I know. Like with training camp, I know that we've had
August
some
9th,
people carted
sir.
off.
First
What?
episode, August 9th. You were right.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
6
exactly.
days away.
Hell yeah.
So next Tuesday.
Some more Jared Goff.
Nice.
Let's go.
Some Motor City Dan Campbell.
Hell yeah.
He's gonna make his players like start a fight club and shit.
Right.
That's what we're gonna see.
This year
they'll
they're
probably
actually
be-
off some knees off like they're gonna do last year.
I
see
have a
one.
feeling
I can see
because
one
of that
leg come
show,
off.
a lot of these guys' ADP is going to rise.
Oh, probably.
Probably.
I mean, usually that's what happens with Hard Knocks, ain't it? Like the team.
Yeah,
gets more
usually a lot
popular
of
for
the
season and-
Dallas Cowboys went up. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But if you've noticed, though, speaking of fantasy, we have one spot left in the Guillotine League.
I saw that.
I have been working today,
Yeah, a
I've
bunch of
been
people
texting
coming in
people.
today.
getting
Yeah.
people in for the last couple of days. We have one spot left, guys. This is going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah, so
I'm
excited.
excited.
Yeah.
So
We have a tentative date for that draft. We can do it
tell
live.
somebody. It's going to be a slow draft because we have
okay.
our draft. Yeah, I'll probably do 6 hours, and then 9, 10-ish or something. Cut it off. Start it back up at 8 in the morning.
Makes sense.
Okay.
So
That's not bad.
because we have people all over the world.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like some of these people don't even know.
So these people don't even know.
I don't know. I know where they live.
I-
I know that I've talked to them.
Yeah.
They've seen the show, but yeah.
Ah.
So,
That's cool. Yeah,
Well,
I saw a
yeah,
bunch
very
of
cool. I'm
people came in
excited.
today. I was like, all the notifications. I'm like, oh shit. Okay.
I've been working while working.
Yeah.
And working today. Getting in to get another episode. But yeah. Anyways.
You're a busy man.
But,
Martin. Busy man.
I'm yeah, kind of sort of, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, I just came in to jump in.
You're good.
I didn't not. Again, it was fun. I miss you guys.
Miss you too, man.
So
you said you don't know if
but
you'll be next week either?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know the way things are looking right now. So we've had basically everything out. And then we got to reconfigure everything in our new areas. So maybe it's not a guaranteed yes. So
All right, that's fine. No problems.
Yeah, we'll hold it down.
yeah.
It's not like we're not getting a lack of NFL news and stuff like that.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Well, Braden missed today because they basically finished the house and they were meeting a realtor to sell it.
Oh, good for them. Yeah,
Right.
sell that
So-
thing. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of this state. This state sucks. All
As soon
right.
as they do that, the quicker they can start looking at a new house in Indy.
Hell yeah. Arizona sucks. All right. Arizona sucks. Don't come to this state. If you come here, it better be a good paying job. Get the hell out. All right. Anyways, guys, I gotta go. Thank you for
All right.
letting me
You're good.
invade.
Pretty sure
My
we're pretty
own
much
show.
done too. So.
Your own show.
Yeah. Invade your
but-
own show.
But yeah. Anyways, whatever you guys gotta talk about, close it out. Whatever you gotta do. I gotta head out. But
All right.
later, guys. I will
Later.
try and be here next week, but I don't know if that's gonna.
Okay. Let's keep us posted.
Sounds good. Yeah, man.
All right.
Later, man.
Later.
Yeah, be safe out there, man.
So
I'm gonna bring him down. There you go.
another guy that I heard he was really shining in training camp so far is Travis Etienne, running back for the Jacksonville Jaguars, which sucks. Pretty sure James Robinson's stock is plummeting at this point.
Yep. Yep.
He's taking reps
Well,
though.
Yeah, but
Just
he's not the
receiving
big
reps.
he's not the big name right now. I'm from what I'm reading and hearing. So it was Etienne, whatever.
Etienne, yeah, Travis Etienne.
Etienne. Yeah, he's the name I keep seeing pop up a lot.
Yeah,
Also, the Niners, man, Ayuk and Debo. There's a lot of highlights coming out from over there. It's kind of interesting.
yeah, but I feel like
Yeah.
every offseason Ayuk is always putting up highlights, but it never translates to
That's
the
true.
freaking regular season. Because me and Martin have
That's
been
true.
high on that guy for like 2 years now, and we keep going like Ayuk, and then we're just like, all right, I guess we gotta not go Ayuk this year. But maybe if Trey Lance runs it, maybe it can be better. Because Jimmy G
We'll
just
see,
did not
man.
seem to like it. And there'd be games where Debo was hurt, and we're like, all right, this is time for Ayuk to shine. 2 catches, 15 yards. We're like, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
But,
But I'm kind of like going through like some Twitter trending stuff on sports.
Skye Moore was actually impressive
Skye Moore.
until he hurt his hip. So now he's questionable.
Mhm.
Tight end out of Tennessee Titans, who I don't want to even try to pronounce his name. Rookie out of the
Oh.
University of Maryland. Apparently, he's been
Yeah.
impressive.
Well, they said Robert Woods is gonna be it's totally back to normal.
Yeah, I
Cool.
saw that too. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I'll try to sneak my way into getting that guy.
Yeah.
Well, our
Yes,
waivers were supposed to be off, and we were doing the
Mhm.
draft, and the trade went through for Robert Woods to go to Tennessee, or not Robert, or not. Was it the draft? When I don't know. Robert Woods had signed with Tennessee. We were doing something,
Mhm.
so I signed him, and then Martin's like, "Why are you picking players up? It's supposed to be closed." And I was like, "I don't know. It let me."
Like, don't get mad
Oh,
at me.
it was when AJ Brown got traded to the Eagles.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, Robert Woods is going to be number 1 in Tennessee. I'll take a number 1 receiver. So I signed him. And then I ended up dropping him because I got called out on trying to cheat. So I was like,
It's not cheating if you can do it. It should have
right.
been
I
blocked.
was like, commissioner.
Blame the commissioner.
Well, I'm co-commissioner, so it kind of looks really
Ah.
bad. So I was like, yeah, I better drop him. Let's
Yeah.
not send a bad signal here. But-
Actually.
Heard
Hope it's not
Trent
real quick.
McDuffie was making plays.
Mhm.
Nick Benito from the Broncos, edge rusher.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna.
I was just shocked that, like, I had heard, because I follow a bunch of Washington stuff. I had heard about how good like Cole Turner had been, but when he's on these like national like players to watch out lists, I was like, oh, maybe he's making more of an impact than I thought. Like, I was excited when we drafted him, so he was one of my favorite tight ends coming out.
Let's see.
So
I just linked the
for the last spot, guys. One spot left. You gotta
last
get it.
spot. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. I'm excited for the dynasty for the guillotine. To be honest.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
A lot of strategy into it. Like, do you want to be completely
I mean,
dominant? So you were like, I know I don't have to worry, or do you want to try to play that game of like trying to get towards the bottom so I can get a good player?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's gonna be really, really interesting. That first week. Yeah, that first week, that first draft that we do, that's gonna be super interesting, super cool, because you have to be smart and strategic, and like you gotta build the perfect team,
Right.
Like right from the start. You know?
Right.
So that's gonna be pretty fun.
And not just that, you got to be like, you don't want players that are injury prone, because as soon as someone goes down, you're screwed. Like, one bad week and you're done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you don't have to have the best week,
fun.
but you don't want the worst week.
Exactly. I never played IDP, so this is gonna be my first, try at some IDP stuff. So I'm excited for that. I never did a guillotine league.
I've never done a guillotine. I think you'll find IDP fun though. I feel like you have a pretty decent knowledge of football, so you kind of know which players to look for, which players to not look for.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, definitely because of playing fantasy, I know enough defensive players. My concern is like if I get deeper into these rounds, I'm like,
oh yeah, I know. Yeah, you're gonna have to do some of the research.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because with 18 people, trust me, by like round 10, we're gonna be like, who?
What? Yeah. Like,
there's been some mock drafts where we've had like 14 team mock draft, I think, and by like the later rounds, I'm like, I don't even know who some of these people are.
Okay, that's good. So at least when I know I get that far, it's not just me.
But I don't know if there's such a thing for Martin. I feel like it doesn't matter how far we are. He's like, I'm gonna go for this guy. It's this guy. I'm like, I don't even know who that is.
I've been watching him since he was in 8th grade.
This 4th string guy from the Patriots. He's gonna be really good. I'm like, he's the 4th string guy. How do you know? We call Bill. Hey, make sure you play this guy this week.
Like the Buffalo Wild Wings commercial,
right?
Yeah,
but exactly.
And then I gotta give a quick shout out to the Get Right Fantasy. They had me and Brian over on their mock draft on Friday.
Oh, cool.
that was pretty fun. I don't mock enough. That's one thing I learned. I'm like, I do not do this enough. Because some of those guys, they were on it.
All the guys that are on the Get Right, like we did a couple, and I just remember like being like, I was intimidated, and I'm like, I feel like I know stuff sometimes, but like I don't know, like they kind of get you out of your comfort zone too, because like I don't know, Martin, I learned because like we draft similar, like we know that running backs are important, and we do shoot for running backs, but at the same time, like we also like to have a rounded team, so like if we have a chance to get a decent quarterback or tight end or receiver, we kind of go for it. But then going over there, it was like first 3 rounds, like running back. Oh, maybe, Mahomes or Allen gets picked, running back. And we're just like, I don't know. I'm just not used to that because I'm used to drafting with, no offense, but I mean, when you have 9 straight years of only 3 people winning the championship, not the smartest fantasy opponents. Like literally 3 years in a row, it was Martin, Justin, me, Martin, Justin, me, Martin, Justin, me. 9 years in a row.
Oh my god! Yeah, that gets a little. I don't know, a little boring. I don't know if boring is the right.
Well, it's not boring for us because we're winning. But I can only imagine like the other people that are in there that every year for like 10 years are just like, do I do this?
I mean, that's the thing is like you need to look it up and research, you know, and those guys give you a lot of the good stuff. Even me, I think I forgot what round, but I picked up Josh Allen. I think he was the first QB that left the board. But I was in that weird middle. I'm not a fan of being in the middle of the draft. I don't like being in the first couple picks. I really don't like being in the middle. I prefer more at the end because you get that nice. You're
Especially
not
if
gonna
it's
get like
snake draft, right? Because you get like 2
Yeah,
picks in a
so, yeah,
row.
snake
No,
draft.
I
Yeah.
love
like towards the back end.
Plus, I also
So I
being like
was-
in competition. I'm used to. That's where I feel most
Yeah.
comfortable because I'm usually there.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
no,
But
I
I
like
was-
being at the end.
dead center, dead middle. So every time it came to me, I was like, "Oh, fuck!" I'm trying to look. I'm like, "Do I get him? Do I get him? Do I get him?" And I did. I felt like a little intimidated, but I wound up getting Josh Allen. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, that's really early." I was like, "Is it though?" Because he's gonna put up like 40 points a week. Like,
Oh yeah. Did you
that's
what
just a
grade did you get? Did they grade yours?
yeah. So Mike and Anthony gave me like a C ish somewhere in there, but then
Okay.
Frank gave me a freaking A, and I was like,
Really?
What? Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh,
Frank,
I think
when I did mine,
yeah.
Frank graded me harsh. He
Did
gave
he?
me like a
He's
C
like-
minus.
he's like- Yeah, he's like, "Oh no, I like what he did. He got this, he got this." You know, granted, this one's a little bit of a stretch, but it's the best. And he was all this, and I even left a comment, you know, under my personal channel. That I'm like, I don't even think I grade myself an A. So I was like,
It was funny because he graded me like a C minus. He was like, "Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't really like this draft." And then Anthony was all like, "I'm gonna give you a B plus," and I'm like, "You're just doing that to be nice, man."
yeah,
Like I didn't think my draft was horrible, but like I know I forgot. Like I lost track of where we were and stuff. I forgot I didn't have a backup quarterback.
yeah, Yeah.
So I know that.
Yeah, I
cost
think
me
that
big
too-
with Frank, but
yeah. Like on
Yeah.
there, like no one else picked up like quarterback until like way later. And usually for me, I might pick if there's a certain like my last pick was Carr. Because I feel like I'm like, if this is real, like if this is for the league, I'm gonna pick up Carr. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
that's
are you
crazy.
other guys
My
gonna
last
pick
pick
up
was
this?
Carr.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, see,
Yeah.
my biggest issue though is I think I got to my last pick, and I hadn't done a kicker or defense, and I hadn't done a backup quarterback, and I was like, shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, snood. I noticed that like later. I was kind of in a rush when I made the info and stuff like that, and I noticed it though.
But all right. Anything else you have to say
No.
other than obviously jump in here? We got one spot left, guys. One
Yeah,
spot.
there you go, snood. Jump in.
Yeah.
We got one more spot left.
Take it.
We can win the jersey.
Oh, that's right. Just like this one, but it'll be a team of your choice, and the number will be either 2 or 3, depending on which. It'll probably be 3, I'm assuming, because we're gonna give away another jersey at 200, and I know we're like less than 40 now from that. So,
Yeah.
but it'll either be 2 or 3, maybe 4 if we really grow. Who knows? You never know. Could. And
That'd be
be a
nice.
team of your choice, and it'll say Dynasty Pylon and that number. So it's pretty high quality too.
Yeah, it's
We
a
got
legit like jersey.
Yeah.
You know, stitched and all this stuff. Nice.
We got a bunch more coming. I have a Commanders one coming. Martin has another
Nice.
Falcons. We got Braden a Cardinals. So
Nice.
we'll be showing those ones off probably.
Yeah.
So,
We all go to a Colts game wearing our Dynasty Pylon jerseys.
right with all random teams.
All random teams. Like, who the fuck is that?
They're like, what is this group of people? Well, I mean, I'll at least fit in
Yeah.
because they're playing the Commanders, but
Yeah.
if we go that week, but
Yeah.
I don't know. So you guys with the
Yeah.
Bears, Martin with Falcons, Braden with his Cardinals. You're like, the rest of your party lost? Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah.
I know Martin's got Colts
Oh.
ones though, so he'll bring Matt Ryan or Pitts, I guess. He's
Yeah.
got both of them. So, but
The
all
Matt
right.
Ryan one would be cool. I like that.
Are you guys talking tonight on the Spoiler Kings.
Yeah. I got to make sure Brian's got a power back.
Yeah, I was going to say. You might need
Yeah.
someone else to jump on with you.
Yeah. So I know we're going to talk the first 3 episodes of Harley Quinn. So I know Martin's going to miss that, which kind of sucks because I know how much he liked it. But
jump back on.
He'll probably come in. Yeah, I know, right? I don't even know if he's had a chance to watch it. He might not even seen it yet. But we're going to talk about that, and then we're definitely probably majority going to be talking about this whole DC Batgirl kind of situation going on over there because people.
Hey, they did confirm and had a release date for Joker.
Yeah. So it kind of fans feel a bunch of different ways. So we're definitely going to talk about that a lot too, over there.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did watch it. I think he put something on there. They love them. They were good actually.
Gotta jump back on, Martin. Gotta jump back on.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm gonna probably make the room and stuff over there, and we're gonna be on probably in a couple minutes. So
I was gonna say,
make sure you check out Spoiler Kings.
Yep, coming up next on the Nerd Huddle. Yep, there it is. We got Morning Spike, which will be exclusively on the Dynasty Pylon starting in September.
Yeah, week 1.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think it'll be fun, be interesting. And then you got Spoiler Kings on Monday. Panda and Grizzly. Is Panda and Grizzly staying on Nerd Huddle, or is that moving?
Yeah,
I got asked that the other day, and I was like, I have no idea.
No, that's gonna stay on Nerd Huddle. I do though. The whole game. The hope is I want to get other sports. I want to get a baseball. I definitely want to do a basketball one. Even like a hockey and do other sports ones and throw it up on Nerd Huddle as well. So
baseball would have been good. That's crazy stuff just went down.
Oh my God. In Chicago? I don't know if people are losing their mind with the Cubs. Losing their mind.
Well, is that because they didn't do stuff or
they thought they were going to get rid of Contreras and then this.
Contreras and Ian Happ had that huge moment where they hugged and then they waved to the fans, and I was like, neither one of them went anywhere.
Yeah. Then an hour later, they're like, oh no, they're not going.
Yeah.
I mean, all over Twitter, it was just like F the Ricketts. These guys suck. I was like, man.
Wow. That's crazy.
So I do want to do more sports stuff, but we'll see, man. But right now it's just gonna be just Panda and Grizzly.
All right. I mean, I know baseball and I know hockey. I'm not really big on basketball these days.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we have enough people between all the sports. I know Brian and Marvin, and Manny, who shows up every so often. They're big into basketball. Baseball, I feel like everyone knows a little bit. I think you said you watch hockey. So
yeah. Oh, I love hockey.
Definitely down.
Hockey. No, I'm wearing a hockey shirt right now. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. So, like I said, probably less than 10 minutes. Go check out Spoiler Kings. All that DC news. I'm Mark. That's Tank. Out. Yeah. The nerd part of the huddle.
Yeah.
I know. Or like that one day when Mark was wearing sucks. They try too much. Oh, basketball. Yeah. So it's definitely gone bad. But
it's not. It's gotten better. I mean, you can also say about the NFL. It's like, hey, how about you guys stop getting in trouble? Every sport, I think, has its issue.
Oh, without a doubt. There's nothing. No sport is perfect.
Yeah.
No sport is perfect. But, all right. Let me find this. I cannot find. There's the outro. All right. Found it. Yeah. All right. That's Tank. I'm Mark. This is Dynasty Pylon. Hopefully, Martin's back again next Wednesday. We'll see. If not, we'll just carry on like we did the last 2 weeks. And go check out Spoiler Kings basically right after this. All right. Later, guys.
Cool. Later.
Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they think